I just wanted to pop in while I have a quiet minute and show you all my new planner. This is a traveler's notebook, and anyone who knows me knows that I'm obsessed with calendars, planners, pens, all office supplies are my jam. I have previously been using a Franklin Covey planner. I've had that since probably middle school, not the same one, but Franklin in general. Our yard guy just started doing the lawn. This is my second attempt at this video because I lost my internet connection a minute ago. It's not one thing, it's five, y'all. Anyway, so I've been using a very structured Franklin planner for decades, and if I had a planner that I could add things to, it had to be a ring binder, which made it really fat and bulky. If I switched to a wire-bound planner that was thinner, it didn't have everything I needed. So I was always very frustrated with my planner situation. And I had heard of traveler's notebooks previously, but I thought they were way too unstructured for me. I couldn't wrap my head around how I would use it. And then my friend Christy Beasley of Christy Beasley Creative did a live video about her traveler's notebook, and I was like, that's what I need. She showed me how to do it so I could have the structure that I needed, but also the free form that I needed to customize my planner to my specific needs. So this is a Webster's Pages planner. I got it on Amazon. I'll link it below. And this is a traveler's notebook. For those of y'all who don't know, that means that there is an elastic band that comes out either the spine or the back, and they come up in the middle of your notebook right here, and you can add and subtract pages, notebooks, whatever you need. So I have this craft paper little folder here for bills and things that I need to organize. There are card pockets here. I'm putting all my professional licenses and things in there. And then I added these little 5x8 notebooks. And the first one, I actually printed out calendar pages. My other frustration with my planners up until now, so a whopping like 23, 25 years of using a calendar, because I was that middle schooler with a Franklin planner. When you get to a certain part of the year, depending on when your calendar ends, at least for me, I'm planning 6 months in advance for the hospital, and so I wouldn't have a calendar that went out that far, so I'm just flying blind. Well, Christy Beasley Creative has planner pages that you can print out and put them in your traveler's notebook, and she currently has them uploaded through 2021. I'm like, girl, thank you. Game changed right there. So I have these printable calendar pages in my traveler's notebook all the way up to 2021 now, because I need that. And I can change those out at any time. My binder is not going to be crazy fat because I have 18 months of pages. I had an Erin Condren for a little while, and I got the 18-month one, which is as far out as you can print those, and it was so heavy. I loved having everything, but I couldn't take the pages out without ripping it and damaging the ring binding. And then it was so fat if I kept everything in it together. So I was talking to Christy and I said, hey, I need like a to-do list. Do you have a format for that? Bam. Weekly spread. I can make my to-do list for every day, take notes on things. I put that in my notebook. I can pull it out when I'm done with that week. If I need to keep it, I can hang on to it. I have all of my pages monthly up into 2021, and I can just add the weeks in as I go. Y'all, I'm dying, I'm so happy. And then on the other side of this, there are just blank pages for whatever I need to do, plan meetings, all of that stuff. So then in the next little notebook, I have projects. So things that I'm working on for my baby concierge business, things that I'm working on for my oils business, and she has these project page templates. So I can break it down by the project that I'm working on, the big ideas, what I need to do to accomplish those big ideas that ultimately accomplish the overall goal. I have been so productive in the last week. It is bonkers. I've gotten so many things done that have literally been on my to-do list for a year. I'm beside myself. I'm so happy. Okay, so the next notebook is a year-to-glance social media planner. For those who have a small business, I definitely recommend planning out your social media, campaigns that you're going to do, deals that are focused around the holidays, things like that. I got this little social media planner for like $1.89 on Etsy, and it's just evergreen. You print it out, replace your pages when you need to, and I just slipped it into my notebook because I can do that now. The next little section is homeschool, which I'm sure there are many people trying to figure out what the heck we're gonna do. We all did distance learning in the spring. It was a hot mess. We're reevaluating our situation on a daily basis, but I printed out a separate calendar for homeschool, and I'm just slipping that in the back, and I can plan our lessons day to day. So I have all of that. My calendar out to 2021, about 1.5 billion notes pages, my social media calendar and planning pages, my business project pages that I need to work on. I have a, I actually took it out for a minute, but I have a notebook that I take notes when I listen to podcasts, webinars, any sort of training that I personally need, or training that I need to get and disperse out to my oils team. I have a notebook for that. I can just slip it all in here. So this is like my entire life in a notebook that I can pop things in and out, customize it as I need to. I'm sold. Like 25 years of struggling with a planner that did not work for me, and I'm done. I never have to have that problem again. I love these little 5x8 notebooks that I got on Amazon. The Webster's Pages planner is, I believe, 8 1/4 by maybe 5 1/4 or 5 1/2. And I had a little trial and error with the notebook situation. I got some craft paper notebooks that by measurements should have fit, but when you layer them up in here, you get overhang, and so that didn't really work out. And then I looked at some other ones that were solidly 8 by 5, but they had kind of a stiff binding, and so the pages didn't quite lay right, and I still got this overhang. What you need is a 5x8 soft cover notebook. It shouldn't have a hard spine, and it shouldn't be greater than 5x8, and it will fit in the Webster's Pages notebook. The other thing I like about this particular cover, I showed you the pockets in the front, but it also has a big secretary pocket in the back, so you could like slip a notepad down in here, and there's a pocket back here as well. And then in addition to those card pages, you have a pocket here and then a pocket here. I love pockets. I cannot abide a calendar that does not have pockets, because my entire life goes in here. Bills, little notices, like here's something, a reminder to renew our zoo membership. But it's 150,000 degrees outside, so I'm not doing that right now, but I will need to in the near future. So I have that as a reminder that the next time we go to the zoo, I need to use the little coupon code on there and renew our membership. The other thing that I have done with this notebook, actually, I was moving things around this morning and left it out, but I will link them below. There are little clear zipper pockets that you can put all of your Post-it notes and paper clips and things like that in there. I have a cute little Post-it note pack that I got, that I stuck them on the outside of that zipper pack, so they're just ready to grab. And then I have little stickers or tiny little cards that I'll mail out to friends or my team. And I can just carry Happy Mail around with me. When I need to send somebody a note, I've got stamps, I pop it in the mail right there. So again, day planner, post office, Like, it's a walking webinar at this point because I have all the training notes in there. This thing is a game changer. I don't know that I would ever go back to another planning method again. You know, people laugh because I don't use a phone planner, but I just don't function that way. I need to see my entire month laid out. I need to see how one day relates to another. Like if I'm working a 24-hour shift on Monday, that affects what I can do on Tuesday. And then I try to not plan things the day before I work a 24-hour shift. You know, if it's going to keep me out late, then I'm probably not going to do it. So I just really need to plan everything all together, and little colored dots on a phone just don't cut it for me. And plus, I'm a bibliophile. I love paper. I love the smell of paper. I love to touch paper. I love leather. I'm like, oh, this is actually pleather, but I love the feel of it. It's super solid. And my little pen that I have in here, I'm also obsessed with this. It's a Friction with an X pen. I think Pilot makes it. Yeah, Pilot. And Friction pens are erasable. So I used to write in my calendar in pencil, but then you would get smudges when you erase and all of that, and it looks much nicer in pen, but then if something changes, like you've scratched out on your planner and I cannot do that. These are erasable ink, and it is black, blue, green, and red. And I actually am going to replace the blue with purple because I like that for my hospital schedule. But you can erase the ink if you need to change a date or you make a mistake or something. I love it. And it fits in this pen loop. It's kind of a fat pen, but it goes in there just fine. And a lot of travelers' notebooks do not have pen loops, but this one has one built in. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I hope y'all are equally excited about my planner. Yay! My kids just got home, so